Roles and programs ng National Intelligence Coordinating Agency para sa Bagong Pilipinas Campaign ng pamahalaan ating tatalakayin kasama si Deputy Director General for Special Concerns Abelardo Villacorta ng National Intelligence Coordinating Agency. Sir Villacorta, magandang tanghali po at welcome sa Bagong Pilipinas ngayon.
Magandang tanghali din po sa inyo, Ma'am Weng at Ninya, at sa lahat po ng mga nakikinig at nanonood sa Bagong Pilipinas program po natin.
Sir, una po sa lahat, ano po ang role nitong NICA sa Bagong Pilipinas Campaign ng administrasyon ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr.?
Well, before I will answer directly to that question, Ma'am Weng, I would like to inform you and the Filipino people that intelligence is the first line of defense. Meron po kasi tayong threat to national security, which is the primary concern of the government. So, ito yung intelligence ang nagbibigay ng lahat ng mga information upang sa ganon, ang ating policymakers would be able to come up with a plan or program that can address all the threats that we are encountering in our country. So, sa NICA, ang aming, sa pangalan na lang, National Intelligence Coordinating Agency, ibig sabihin, ang NICA is the coordinator of all intelligence activities. We are the one conducting, directing, and evaluating all the intelligence or the informations that are being collected by the various government intelligence agencies. At dito, we are processing all this information at pagkatapos nito, we come up with an intelligence. Yun yung product ng collected information by all the intelligence community. So we call that intelligence. Ibig sabihin, lutong-luto na yon, no? At ito na ngayon, yung aming ibinibigay sa ating policymakers, well, of course, directly to the President, the National Security Advisor, and all the other government agencies that need the intelligence that we produce at NICA.
So these intelligence reports that you're gathering, sir, they're coming from the different agencies. Like, what are the agencies that are involved in this? So, and do you also conduct your own, intelligence collection?
Yeah, of course. In fact, we have the National Intelligence Committee, which is composed of various agencies of the government that have intelligence function, like the DFA, the Bureau of Immigration, of course the PNP, the AFP, PDEA, NBI, Customs, DA also because of agricultural smuggling, and other agencies.
Sa mga DICT, kasama na rin dyan?
Yeah, of course, we have that. And Coast Guard. And we conduct monthly meeting to discuss all the various concerns pertaining to threats to national security. And other than the information that are being provided to us during these meetings and some other meetings or workshops that are being conducted, we also produce our own collection effort. So lahat ito i-integrate namin, and after that, of course, with all the process that is being conducted, as I've said, we come up with an intelligence. Yun ay sinasabi nating A1 information na product ng aming process, which is being disseminated to all those agencies that needs all this information or intelligence.
Speaking of A1 information, sino po nagka-classify kung ito po ay A1 or ito ay top secret or confidential?
Yeah. We at the NICA is doing that. And also in other agencies like the AFP and the PNP, they also do that. They also evaluate all this information. And they come up with A1, B1, whatever. Kung ano man yun. It depends on the source and the information that are being collected from the field, from their sources, be it signal intelligence or human intelligence.
So sir, ano naman po yung binibigyang prioridad ng NICA para sa pagpapanatili ng seguridad at kapayapaan ng bansa?
Well, of course, alam natin na meron pang threat ng communist terrorist group. So, pinagpatuloy natin ang ating National Task Force to End the Local Communist Armed Conflict. Very active ang NICA dito. Of the 12 cluster, ang nangunguna sa isang cluster which is called the SACAM or the Situational Awareness and Knowledge Management ay ang NICA. And this is the information campaign for all our people, not only in government but also in the private sector, all community members, to know the real situation about the lies and deception of the communist terrorist group. Because there are so many of our youth, the students, that are being recruited into the CPP, NPA, NDF. At kawawa sila. Yung mga pangarap nila, ambition nila ay nasisira because they are being deceived to join the movement and become members of the NPA. Namamatay sila. Pati magulang. We have a lot of parents joining us already. Ang tawag nga nila, yakap ng magulang. And that very active ito, tumutulong sa amin in our situational awareness and knowledge management. At napakalaking tulong. And aside from this, we also provide support to our legal cluster. We provide information for the investigators to start with it. And this is the reason why there are so many cases that were filed by our government through the LCAT and the DOJ because of this information that we provide to them. And there are so many pending investigations right now. And this is also the reason why some of the members of the Communist Party of the Philippines, the NPA, are being designated as terrorist group or terrorist individual because of the data, because of the information that we have at hand. Yun ang nagagawa ngayon natin dito sa task force natin to end the local communist armed complex.
Sir, paano po nila nahihikayat yung ating mga kabataan ngayon dito sa tinatawag nating violent ideology na may kinalaman sa terorismo? Ano po yung mga paraan kung paano sila nare-recruit sa ngayon?
Well, first, kung ang isang youth is student at member siya ng College Editors Guild, alam naman natin, matatalino ito, magagaling, ano? And they are very much involved in the activities in the universities. Pag ito ay na-identify ng mga recruiter ng CPP, like the League of Filipino Students. League of Filipino Students is the one in charge in the recruitment of our students in the colleges and universities. At yung magagaling sa oration, ano, yung magagaling in writing, journalism, ito yung kinukuha nila because of the propaganda activities ng CPP-NPA. Sila yung mga nagsasalita pag may mga rallies, may protest dyan sa kalsada. Sila yung magagaling yon. They are the recruits ng CPP-NPA through the League of Filipino Students. At kung sila ay napaniwala na nila, they will undergo some seminars, some trainings, hanggang mag-underground member na sila ng Kabataang Makabayan. This is the underground organization of the CPP. At ito ngayon, ang magiging daan para sila ay mapunta sa NPA.
So ito pong mga organisasyon na to, let's say the LFS, very active pa rin po sila.
Yes.
They are free to go around and talk to the students. I remember, si Kuweng, nung estudyante ako sa UP, talagang pinapayagan po ng aming mga teacher, pumasok sila. In fact, they pause our class. Parang, sige, bigyan muna natin sila ng pagkakataon na magsalita sa klase. And then, doon ko unang nakita sila at narinig. And then after that, so they're very free to roam around. Now, if you've already identified them as connected to mga CPP, NPA, bakit hindi pa sila pagbawalan na lang altogether?
Kasi ang LFS, sinatawag nilang legal front. They are at the legal above ground. So, ibig sabihin, legal ang kanilang movement, ang kanilang activities. But remember, they are under the umbrella of the National Democratic Front. The National Democratic Front, ano, na nandyan lahat, LFS, Gabriela, KMU, everything. Yung nakikita natin na, like,
yung labor. Mga nasa rally.
Yeah, mga nasa
sila
rally.
Po yung mga na-cover natin dati.
At hindi naman sila humahawak ng mga baril.
At magagaling talaga sila magsalita.
Ang naging issue kasi dito, Republic Act 1700, anti-subversion law, was scrapped. So naging mas lalong legal sila. Nawala na yon. Na dati ay ito ay illegal yung pag-join sa mga ganyang organization. So libre sila ngayon and continuous ang kanilang recruitment.
Marami po bang nare-recruit? May data ho kayo kung ilan?
Yeah, I don't have the figure right now, but continuous ang kanilang recruitment. But we are able to, prevent the massive recruitment of the NTF LCAC through our SACAM cluster because ang ating various agencies in the government that are included in the SACAM cluster are really very active in going not only in the government agencies but all throughout the country, the private sector, especially the youth, the labor sectors. If you have noted, May 1st rally, the Coca-Cola, instead of protesting against the government and against the company, yung kanilang labor organization provided soft drinks sa mga tao. Napakaganda ito na pinakita ng labor union ngayon ng Coca-Cola. So, ibig sabihin, nagkaroon na ng transformation. Nagkaroon ng reorganization, transformation for a better future ng mga laborers natin, especially sa Coca-Cola.
Speaking of recruitment, kasi actually hanggang ngayon, pagpupunta pa rin sa schools itong mga nagre-recruit. Pero dahil po sa social media, nagagamit na rin po ito. And yun nga po, going to my question na, paano yun naman po binabantayan ang cyber-related crimes sa bansa, lalo pat kamakailan ay mismong si Pangulong Marcos ang naging biktima ng deepfake audio content.
Okay. Just recently, the President issued Executive Order number 54, which created the Directorate for Cybersecurity and Emerging Threats sa NICA. So we are now the fusion center of cybersecurity information, ang NICA. And actually, we have been doing monitoring of these social medias. Marami kaming na-identify na nagpo-post ng mga hindi magaganda laban sa gobyerno and even in the recruitment. We are actually monitoring all this, and I don't want to give you all the specific details of this, but we are doing something in order to prevent the recruitment of our youth to become members of the communist terrorist group. Meron kaming ginagawa po rito. And yung mga na-identify namin na mga subject nila or target nila, we actually engage them personally so that we will be able to give them the right information about the lies and deception of the Communist Party of the Philippines. Kaya medyo na-lessen yung estudyante ngayon na nagpupunta na sa ating mga lansangan.
So yung sa deepfake naman po na biktima si Pangulong Marcos, na paano niyo po ito minomonitor ngayon?
Well, we are coordinating with the DICT, our cyber security agencies in the PNP, the AFP. In fact, last week we had a meeting with them and we came up with an arrangement that we will work together in identifying all these social media bloggers and hackers and even this fake voice of the president. Ginagawa namin ang paraan yan to be able to identify. It happened that itong mga to ay mayroong virtual personal and although we know that they came from one country, lumalabas na ang VPN nila ay nasa kabilang bansa. So it's becoming very challenging on our part to really identify these people involved in this kind of activity. But we have some partnership with other intelligence agencies, not only domestic but international. Very strong ang partnership natin. In fact, some intelligence agencies from other countries have been very active in supporting us. And that's why marami tayong nagagawa, hindi lang actually na i-broadcast o na ilalabas sa media.
So yung mga malamang po, karamihan sa mga ito ay na-identify na.
Yeah. We have identities
We
already.
have already
Yeah.
identified, hindi
Yeah.
lang nabobroadcast. So
Yeah.
bukod po sa inyong nabanggit, let's go back po, no? Ano po yung pinaka gusto nyong programa na i-highlight at polisiya na gusto nyong bigyang pansin bilang kontribusyon po ng inyong ahensya, ang NICA, dito po sa Bagong Pilipinas Campaign ng ating pamahalaan?
Well, yun nga, unang-una, meron kaming tinatawag na soar high. Ano, soar high? Fly high. At gusto namin na mag-level up yung performance ng NICA. So, ito ay pinag-aralan namin through 3 days workshop at nakarating kami sa dulo ng workshop na ito yung aming agenda, strategic agenda na tinatawag naming SOAR High. It involves national sovereignty and territorial integrity, organizational development, cybersecurity awareness. Magkaroon din kami ng capability and capacity enhancement of our people, then enhance cooperation with the foreign and local counterparts as far as intelligence is concerned. Tapos yung anti-smuggling campaign natin, we are very much involved in this. And of course, the judicious use and distribution of our funds sa agency. And this is very important to us. And of course, me bilang chairman ng aming agency recruitment and appointment board, we must see to it that yung mga gustong pumasok sa NICA are the best among the best. And in our promotion for our personnel, it will always be on a merit system, based on merit system. Kaya ang dami ho namin ginagawa ngayon sa NICA under the leadership of Director General Ricardo De Leon. Very active, ang bilis ng isip at napakaraming iniisip para masuportahan ang programa ng ating presidente. And now, ang isang nakita namin na solusyon dito sa problema natin, napakalaking problema because they say that the government is corrupt, but we don't agree with that. So we launched our advocacy program, One God, One Nation, One Mission towards Pilipinas Bayang Banal. And this Pilipinas Bayang Banal is a transformation program that was initiated by our agency wherein we have 10 core values, no? Nationalism, patriotism, sincerity, justice, faith, charity, divine love, then yung ating humility, the courage to fight what is wrong, and of course, Christhood. If we can have that, then we believe kung lahat ng mamamayang Pilipino ay mayroong ganon sa 10 core values na yan, we will succeed in our campaign against corruption in government na parati tayong pinagsasabihan ng ating mga kababayan ng government ay corrupt. And we do not agree on that. Yeah.
Sayang, no? Sana mas mahaba pa yung oras. Dapat meron tong part 2, Sir Balcony.
Of course,
Kasi
ma'am.
kulang tayo sa
Yeah.
oras, sir.
Yeah.
So maraming salamat po sa inyong oras. Deputy Director General for Special Concerns Abelardo Villacorta ng National Intelligence Coordinating Agency. Thank you,
And
sir.
thank you very much also
Thank you,
for
sir.
this opportunity being invited here so that more or less ay maipabahagi rin namin sa ating mga kababayan kung ano ang NICA at kung anong ginagawa ng NICA. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.